Welcome to the channel, ladies and gents. This is a bite-sized news chunk, although I will say this, I'm not overly sure how long this video will go on for. Bite-sized news chunks normally run for about 3 minutes or so. But this is actually a really interesting turn of events. So this is an exclusive to Variety. Colin Farrell has now signed on for the Penguin role in the Batman spin-off series for HBO Max. Now, that's quite a surprise, I think, personally, and major news. It's a major get for HBO Max. It adds a lot of legitimacy to the company and their shows. And I know, you know what I say HBO Max as a company, but as a streaming platform, they've not been that big. They haven't. And to get these big names, and Colin Farrell's still a relatively big name, although not as big as I think that he should be, as, you know, he is a great actor, in fairness. This is really, really good. So the article from Variety, again, that have the exclusive on this, so they are the direct source. They state, and I quote, that Colin Farrell has officially signed on to star in and executive produce, so that's important, a series spin-off of The Batman, in which he would again play the Penguin, Variety has learned exclusively from sources. Farrell will first portray the villainous character in The Batman, starring Robert Pattinson, which is due to be released on March 4th, 2022. The series would then reportedly delve into the Penguin's rise to power in Gotham criminal underworld. Variety first reported that the series was in development back in September, though Farrell was not attached at that time. And I remember doing a video on it and essentially saying, look, I think it would be strange for him not to sign on. I think that he would sign on. Now, we have some more information. Lauren LaFranc is attached to write the script for the series, and along with Farrell, the Batman director Matt Reeves and the film's producer Dylan Clark would executive produce the Penguin series under their 6th and Idaho and Dylan Clark Productions banner, respectively. Warner Brothers Television would also produce. So there were reps for HBO Max and Warner Brothers Television. They decided not to comment on this because obviously, you know, this is leaked. It is a leak, and I will say it's strange that they decided not to comment on this. I mean, the information's out there now. You might as well make a press release, get ahead of the information. But Warner Brothers are pretty renowned for doing this. In fairness, they. Any leaks that happen on their turf, they tend to just clamp down and go, we're not saying anything, which seems super dumb, but, you know, whatever. Farrell is obviously best known for a lot of roles, actually. He's been in a lot of stuff. I think he's perhaps best known these days for Bruges and, you know, many a project with a certain infamous British director as well. So in terms of, you know, how this is going to go forwards, now the Variety article notes that, and I quote, should the Penguin show go forward. So that's, you know, that seemingly indicates that it's not even 100% greenlit. It looks like it's actually in the sort of shopping stage. And obviously they can only shop to HBO Max because, of course, what was formerly AT&T owned the DC property, but they say should the Penguin show go forward, it would be the second spin-off series from the Batman at HBO Max. The streamer has already ordered a drama set within the Gotham Police Department, with Joe Barton attached as the showrunner, and it is part of Warner Media's attempt to launch a new interconnected Batman universe across all of its platforms. Right. So let's talk about this then. So Colin Farrell officially signing on to a show that is being shopped around, because again, remember, it's not 100% confirmed at this point if they're saying, well, should it go forward? I think it's a great sign that he is attached as not only actor, obviously, because, you know, we've all seen him as the Penguin in the awesome Batman trailer, and I think he did a really good job in that, actually. But the fact that he's signed on as executive producer, I think, is a really good sign. It's a good get. I think you know, that shows, generally speaking, the executive producer is a money man. And the fact that he's invested in the role to the point where he would probably put money behind it, I think that's great. I think that's nothing but positivity right there. Now, let's talk about the writer. So this is the Lauren LaFranc. The writing credits that this person has is not great. I'm not going to lie, right? I don't think that they're great. I think some people will potentially think they're great. I don't think they're great. So, as a writer, this individual first became, you know, prevalent, I guess, in 2008 with My Own Worst Enemy Conspiracy Theory. And that was a, you know, TV series, and there was another TV series, My Own Worst Enemy, and then went to Chuck, Hemlock Grove, and then it starts declining from there, I guess you could say. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and Impulse. And then from Impulse, didn't really do anything, actually. Didn't do anything writing-wise, anyway, and then went straight to the Batman Penguin spin-off, which is now, at least on IMDb, has now been announced, as it were. So, that's, you know, that's nothing to be majorly concerned about, but it's something to note that the work that the writer has sort of been involved in the past is not stellar. But Colin Farrell signing on, really, really good. Executive producer, really, really good. He believes in the project. That's great. In terms of everyone else jumping on board, you know, you've got Matt Reeves as executive producer. You've got Dylan Clark as executive producer. That's fantastic news. The only major downside I can see in this, respectively, is that, well, one, we haven't seen the movie yet, and obviously, you know, as much as I'm looking forward to the Batman, could it be crap? Yeah, of course it could be crap. So, could they be counting their chickens before they've come home? Maybe. I think that's unlikely, but it's still something to note. Then, and last but not least, is just the fact that, you know, they're building out this big universe before they've started. But I would say, you know, that's a double-edged sword. It shows massive amounts of confidence, and then it also could be detrimental because, again, they're counting their chickens before they've come home. But I think this is positive stuff. So I'll hand it on over to you. What do you guys think? Let me know down below in the comment section. Are you looking forward to this? It's interesting, isn't it? Warner Brothers and HBO Max are making a concerted effort to move away from Zack Snyder's universe on one hand, and then on the other, still doing lots in that universe. It's very strange how they're approaching all of this. I'd be intrigued to see if there's a grander plan at play, and whether the Flash movie will change any of my perception on all of that, or any of yours. But like I said, let me know down below. If you're new here, do hit subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. As always, I've been Mr. H. Take care.